next week and week after next week. And next week we are going to have still, let's say, more or less normal lectures. And then during the last time we will have the exam. And the exam will be something that you will do in Moodle. And I can next week maybe tell you more about the exam. But basically, of course, it covers the questions and topics what we have had in this course. There will be something about tolerances. There will be for sure some questions related to this safety and machinery directive, and there will be some questions about this similar kind of questions, something that you need to create with SolidWorks, let's put it that way, because there was this one assignment for you where you needed to create this rotary feeder and a rotor, and in the exam there will be some question where you need to design something simple with SolidWorks. It's not, of course, it can't be anything big because the time is very limited, but I will ask you to design something, and then you should create a 2D manufacturing drawing out of the design. So basically that kind of things will be there in an exam, but still in my original plan there is one topic that we haven't talked yet, and the topic what still is there is the SolidWorks simulation, the finite element method. I will open the VMware and open the SolidWorks, and I will tell what you should do for next week. Originally, my plan was that we would have had more time for this simulation thing, but we used a bit more time to some other things, so we don't have so much time, only this one lecture about this simulation, but at least it is some kind of an introduction to this topic, because normally if you want to study this finite element method or the simulation in a proper way, there will be full courses about it, so it's not only one lecture which would give you a good knowledge about it, but more or less it's just an introduction to a topic. Okay, just a moment. I will log into virtual desktop and then I will share the screen. Okay, now I think that I'm going to open SolidWorks. Have you been using this simulation tool in any other course?
Well, I used it for Project A to simulate the plate and the reinforcement frame.
Oh yes, that's true. I remember, but have there been, for example, in Eero's course, has he taught anything about this?
No, not yet. I guess we have it in upcoming lecture because it's stated as a topic.
Okay. So I think this will be not, of course, exactly the same, but I think the level will be the same in my lecture and in Eero's lecture, so there is not so much difference. But what I was thinking that you could do at home is that there is this, wait a minute, where it is it here? No, not this one. There is this question mark in SolidWorks, and then under it you can see the tutorials. Have you used them?
Yes.
So there are SolidWorks tutorials, and now I'm interested about SolidWorks simulation. So there is one button which is called Go to SolidWorks Simulation Tutorials. And there are some tutorials for motion, but we are not interested about motion now, but we are interested about static analysis. And now there are some tutorials for analyzing a part, analyzing an assembly, mixing solids and shells, and so on. So these tutorials are, in my opinion, very good. They will show you very detailed way how and what to do, and they will point out what are the things that you should pay attention to. So you don't need to model anything here, but the models are ready. You can just open them here. And then there is a list what you should do. And then after you have finished a certain thing, you can go to next page. And by that, go on. So from here, go to the next topic and follow the steps what are told there, and then you are able to do the study. So my idea is that now you should go through at least the first one, this analysis of a part. But if you are interested in about this topic, of course there are these other tutorials as well, where you will learn much more. But please start with this one, and the minimum requirement is that you should go through this analysis of a part by yourself before our next lecture. Then I will give you one task which is not from a tutorial, but one task which is let's say my own task for you that you have to analyze during next lecture. So my advice for the remaining time, open the SolidWorks virtual desktop and start doing this analysis of a part tutorial. And if you have time and you are interested, go on with other tutorials as well. They are very good. All right. Do you have any questions at the moment?
No, not really.
So you fully understand what to do. Then I think that we can quit the session for today, and the remaining time you can use for doing this analysis. And then during next week lecture, we will continue with this topic.
Simo, I have a question, but not related to the topic, but rather a general question. When can we expect design exercise to be checked? I mean, the rotary feeder.
Yes. Sorry about that I haven't checked them yet, but I would say during next week you will get the result.
Oh, great. Thank you.
All right. Do you have any other questions?
Not from my side, at least.